I'm Jean, a researcher at Dxpert, and today we'll be looking at the interest rate decisions of several crucial central banks. 5 central banks from major economies just released their interest rate decisions. These central banks include the BOJ, the RBA, the Fed, the SNB, as well as the Bank of England, BOE. Prior to the releases, the market assumes that the global central banks, besides BOJ, will embark on an easing campaign this year. How did it turn out though? Let's start with the BOJ. The BOJ finally raises rates for the first time in 17 years from a negative 0.1% to a range of 0 to 0.1%. Normally, any currency will appreciate as rates increase, right? But for the dollar-yen pair this time, the USD-Japanese yen pair jumped above the 150 mark. What happened? For one major reason, a signal from the BOJ that another rate hike will not come in the near future, kind of like a dovish hike. During Ueda's post-decision press conference, it is unlikely for the BOJ to initiate a rapid pace of hikes. The BOJ remains cautious and will not embark on an aggressive rate hikes, disappointing Japanese yen bulls. In addition to raising rates, the BOJ also abandoned its YCC, the yield curve control, as well as ending its ETF buying program. But the BOJ will remain committed to buying basically the same amount of JGBs and flexibly adjusting to prevent a rapid increase in interest rates. In other words, we could view it this way. As analyzed from David Chow, a strategist at Invesco Asset Management, stated that the JPY will remain weak against the USD or until it becomes clear when the Fed is expected to start cutting rates. On the other hand, the RBA holds its interest rates at 4.35%. Just as expected. While the RBA didn't give any clear indication where it was headed next, many economists are predicting the RBA will wait for further signs of inflation slowing down before it starts cutting interest rates in the second half of this year. The AUD-USD pair stayed steady upon the interest rate decision, with investors and traders awaiting for the Fed's decision. Speaking of which, let's talk about the Fed's policy rate decision. Being the most important central bank in the world, of course, its interest rate decision is highly anticipated. The Fed opted to keep rates unchanged at the conclusion of its policy setting meeting, which the call was widely expected. The key focus lies on the US policy outlook. Despite ongoing inflation concerns, the Fed officials persist in their commitment to reducing interest rates, projecting 3 cuts for the year in the latest summary of economic projections. Committee forecasts indicate a closer alignment around a median year-end rate of 4.6%, with only 2 out of 19 officials foreseeing no rate cuts by then. However, the Fed's dot plot revealed nearly equal expectations for 2 and 3 rate cuts this year. A shift towards projecting 2 cuts instead of the previously indicated 3 could have prompted significant market turbulence. Consequently, the US dollar came under modest bearish pressure in response to the Fed's policy decisions and the updated dot plot, with the US dollar index down 0.07% for the day at 103.75. Meanwhile, the SNB's surprising rate cut of 25 basis points put it ahead the ECB and Fed. This move caused a notable drop in the Swiss franc against the dollar and pushed it to an 8-month low against the euro. The rate reduction followed a period of Swiss inflation at 1.2% in February, marking the 9th straight month within the SNB's target range of 0 to 2% for price stability. And lastly, the BOE kept rates steady at 5.25% with an 8-to-1 interest rate decision despite a drop in inflation the previous day. BOE Governor Andrew Bailey further emphasized that it is not yet the time to cut interest rates. Similar to the US, economists expect rates to start falling in June. In conclusion, June will be a crucial month for rate decisions as central banks battle against inflation. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it. Bye!